Welcome back to my channel, another beer review. This is Walkabout Brewing Company out of Medford, Oregon, Southern Oregon. According to the label, the brewery's been around since 1997. Workers Pale Ale. It's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? A little, worker with a stop sign and a shovel, and can't get much more basic than this. They must have really limited distribution, I'm guessing, because the first time I saw them was this year, 2018. Workers is a classic style pale ale brewed in 7-barrel batches using the finest malted barley hops, water, and ale yeast. That's why I read right there. A little blurry. I never understood why every brewery says we use the finest ingredients. Anheuser-Busch says that too, and their beer sucks. A classic Northwest Pale Ale fit for any occasion, this superbly balanced brew is followed up by a smooth dry finish that makes it a perfectly sessionable beer. This is the flagship brew and best-selling product for our company. Apparently this beer has been around about 20 years. I don't know if this is seasonal or all year, but my guess would be that it's probably all year. I don't remember the exact cost of it, but I'm pretty sure it was under $5. The website doesn't give any indication at all what the ingredients are. I'm guessing they probably use 2-row malt. Aside from that, it's anybody's guess. It could be anything. Same for the hops. This is 5.5% alcohol, 39 IBUs. Lighter amber color, maybe a little bit darker of an amber color. Most of them are pretty hoppy, maybe not as much as an IPA. And then toasted, malty, fruity, floral, citrusy, earthy, sweet, whatever beyond that. Body style for pale ales typically medium or full. Maybe a honey color, but I think it's a light amber. It has been clarified just a little bit, but it's still fairly hazy, so they still maybe use kettle findings in here. As you can tell, there's no floating particles, nothing on the bottom or floating in there at all. Half an inch ahead, and it has died down to about a 1/4 inch. Nice, thick, frothy head, laces the glass very nicely. I really like that color. For a pale ale, yeah, that's pretty accurate, and it could even be a little bit darker. I get a little bit of spicy, a little bit of hop notes, maybe some earthy, a little bit of citrus in there, but I definitely get some light hop presence. I don't get anything really sweet or too fruity at this point. With everything being a tickle, it's kind of hard to say what everything is. It divides itself about half between the roof of my mouth and my tongue. A little bit of hop tingling, touch of spicy, perhaps a little bit toasted in there, a little bit of fruit, but definitely some hop presence. This tastes medium body, more of like that spicy, maybe floral, just a touch of fruit, a little bit of a malty backbone, Vienna or a Munich malt. I get a little bit of that back there. It just goes back and forth with that little bit malty, toasted, touch of fruit, touch of floral, spicy flavors in there. Along with the toasty, there may be a little bit of bread. I'm getting a little bit of a light hop nibbling in the back of my mouth. The flavors linger for a decent amount of time. Not really sweet or candy. Not noticing any of that in there. Still not getting citrus or tanginess out of it. I get here that onslaught of different flavors in there. They're subtle. And then as those die down, that bitterness backbone, that tingling of it kicks in, then it all just fades away. It's not thick, but it's good and strong. It's not watery. I'm thinking this is a somewhat complex recipe. The flavors are definitely coming from malts and hops, probably not the yeast. It's a typical American pale ale, but still well done. Still opens up my mouth, covers the top and the bottom pretty equal. That hop nibbling is back. Toasted bread, a little bit malty backbone, possibly a touch of caramel in there. Still tastes medium body. no sweetness, no candy, no citrus, no tangy. That little bit of spiciness. Hop nibbling kicks in and in the back of my mouth, and then it just slowly fades away. I'm getting the same array of flavors, the same mouthfeel, same complexity. I can't tell any difference between the bottle and the glass. No off flavors in this beer at all. Bottle's not skunked. I don't taste any buttery diacetyl and no chemical flavors, solvent, paint thinner, stuff like that. Not oxidized, no rubbing alcohol, no rotten fruit, no fusel alcohols, no stringency, no DMS, no papery. Would I buy this again? It'd be an occasional buy for me. Would I recommend it? If you like pale ales and you're not looking for a hoppy version of one, you might like this one. I'm not a big pale ale fan just because they're usually so hoppy. I appreciate the fact it's not a hop bomb like so many of them are. It does have a good array of flavors, a good mouthfeel. Flavors are subtle, but they're nice. I wish they were a little stronger, decrease that bitterness back a little bit, and increase, say, the maltiness. Compared to other pale ales I've had, I think this one's average. I think they did a pretty good job with it. Walkabout Brewing, Medford, Oregon, Workers Pale Ale. If you have any feedback, want to talk beer, this one or any other beer, let me know. I'd love to talk about it. That's all for this review, folks. Cheers! Where the fuck did I buy this? Alright, time to open. Oh, nah, I'm not fucking going to say that. Jabberwocky. Actually, what the fuck was a Jabberwocky? I have medium expectation. Okay. Or toast. Well, okay, I got shove the oven for pizza.